What's up, guys? It is Friday, February 23rd, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 831,750. 250 more to 832,000. TikTok next block, guys. We're moving along. So, as you guys can read from the title, My 3 Rules to Bitcoin. I was going to do 10 rules, but I was like, you know what? Let me just narrow it down to 3. If I had to tell someone just getting into Bitcoin, I got 3 rules, right? Speaking of 3 rules, have you guys ever heard of British HODL? He's actually famous for his 3 rules of Bitcoin. If you haven't heard of him, take a look.
Ultimately, there are only 3 rules to Bitcoin. Step number 1, you buy Bitcoin. Step number 2, shut the fuck up. And step number 3, you get fabulously wealthy.
Yeah, a little vulgar, but straight to the point, right? And I agree with those rules, but mine are a little bit different. I agree that all those things are going to happen. I don't think you should
Shut the fuck up.
be quiet, like he said. I know what he means by that, but mine are a little different, and I do share one of those rules. So my first rule to Bitcoin, Jerry loves freedom. Jerry's first rule to Bitcoin, if you become a Bitcoin. Number 1 is study Bitcoin. Is anybody surprised if you've been here for 2 minutes on my channel? You already know I'm a big advocate of that, because if you don't know what you're getting into, then you shouldn't be investing in it. You should always do your own research. The biggest investment that you can ever make in your life is investing in yourself. You know, you got to always educate yourself no matter what the subject is. And it's no different with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a vast information overload. Okay, there's a lot of things to learn about Bitcoin. I've just started to look up to the mountain. I'm not even climbing up the mountain yet. It's so much stuff. It's just every single day I'm learning. It takes many hours to learn Bitcoin. So that's my first rule. My second rule is
Step number 2, shut the fuck up.
no, that's not my second rule. My second rule is actually British HODL's first rule.
Step number 1, you buy Bitcoin.
Exactly. Buy Bitcoin, right? Once you study it, you buy a little bit up to the level that you study to, or your understanding, your level of understanding. I don't ever tell anybody to put 1% in or 5% in or whatever, unless you are up to that knowledge. So you buy up to your level of knowledge. That's just key, man. You know, I'm not trying to FOMO you or anything like that, but you gotta learn as fast as you can. And how do you do that? How do you study? Going back to my rule number 1, you study by taking the time, turning off the Netflix, turning off some of the stuff that you watch or listen to, because I'm telling you, especially for you precious metal stackers, when you're watching the guys with the hands and watching all the silver videos, these guys can't tell you anything you haven't heard already, right? So if you want to understand Bitcoin, listen to it in the car on your way to work, or listen to some podcast, you know, while you're at work if you can, or during your break, or when you get home and stuff like that. You got to put the time in, and it takes a lot of time. It does. It's a lot of hard work. You got to put the work in. It's just like going to the gym or something like that. You know, no pain, no gain. There's plenty of material out there. In my description box, I leave different avenues to learn about Bitcoin. And there's plenty of them. Like I said, you can read books, you can do podcasts, watch YouTube videos. There's plenty of free information out there. But where I would start, honestly, I would read the Bitcoin white paper and read the Bitcoin standard. I really would. That's key, man. That's your base layer. And a lot of you precious metal stackers already understand how the money system goes, but still, if you read the Bitcoin standards, it just takes it to another level, to be honest. Now, what's my rule number 3?
At step number 3, you get fabulously wealthy.
No, it's not that. I mean, even though I believe that you will be, but my rule number 3 is rinse and repeat. Do number 1 and number 2 again, because that's what happens. I've been in Bitcoin for this long, almost 3 years now. Tomorrow will be my 3-year anniversary. I buy every day and I study every day. The more you learn and the more you buy, the more you want to learn, and the less you think you have and you need to buy more. I'm telling you, man, if you guys feel me, who's going through that, leave a comment in the comment section below, man. If you buy more and you have a goal, as soon as you hit that goal, it feels like you want more. It's just like when you stack precious metals, you get to 100 ounces, now you want 500, and it's the same thing. Or if you want to get to $10,000 cash, now you want to get to 15,000. It's the same thing. But Bitcoin is that on steroids. It really is, guys. So there you have it, guys. Those are Jerry's 3 rules. Rule number 1, or step number 1, is study Bitcoin, study it hard. Rule number 2, step number 2, you buy Bitcoin. And rule number 3, or step number 3, is rinse and repeat. And that will happen on a natural progression. But again, guys, you work your, what's off, your tails off for your money, and you want to keep it safe and secure. You want your money to do two things, man. You want it to be a store of value, and you want it to be a good medium of exchange, and you want to be able to buy something in 10 years that you can buy today. And if you had to ask me, and you guys already know, the best way to do it, and for me, the only way to do it, and that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.